Welcome in to Cricket Captain 2021. We finally have the release of this game, and I'm really looking forward to bringing you guys the domestic career first and then the international career a bit later on in this game's life cycle. So, yeah, let's get straight into it, shall we? We have done the English, Australian, and Indian careers so far in previous saves and old games. Feel free to check those out. But the New Zealand career is next, and we are going to take on the team that I support and the team that we have to rebuild ultimately compared to the other teams. Otago definitely would need a rebuild of sorts. So obviously the same skill level, normal, all match types, national team New Zealand. We're not worried about that. We're fully focused on the domestic side of things. Let's get straight into it, shall we? We will go straight to the contract list. Okay, here is the current squad that has been contracted so far. I definitely need an opener by the looks of it. We've only got Hamish Rutherford, who's been around a long time. Very handy domestic cricketer. He has to really step up. The bowling attack probably needs a wee bit of work too. Like, we've only really got 5 bowlers. We want to get that up to about 6 or 7. Another all-rounder to go with Arnu Kitchen, who is getting on a fair age too. Obviously, Arnu Kitchener and Neil Broom will probably retire at the end of the season. So we're going to have to look to getting some improvements there over time. It's a pretty tough squad to improve. We've got to improve in all departments, really. Like, no one averaging over 40 with the bat, and that team's a bit of a concern. And no one, except for Muller, averaging under 30 with the ball. So definitely need to make some adjustments there immediately. But yeah, some key players to note. I think Muller will be reasonably good for us in the first class game. A lot of experience. And he has played a little bit for the South African province, Western Province. Yeah, Michael Ray, he's been around a wee while. 114 wickets at 34. He's played a little bit of one-day cricket and a little bit of T20 cricket, so he could be useful with the ball as well. Got a wee bit of an experience of Mackenzie and Gibson in the squad. Gibson's had a remarkable start to his one-day career. 12 wickets, an average of 14.83. May get a bit of a go. Be very interesting to see how he performs. Yeah, Renwick, he's been around a while, but the averages in first class and 20 over cricket especially are not good enough. This one-day average is all okay for the level. Dale Phillips be looking for big things from him. A young 22-year-old. He's had a season or two under his belt now, and I'm expecting those numbers to improve. So he's got to really step up. Kelly's been around a wee while as well, like a lot of experience. And to improve. We've got a keeper batsman in Lou Johnson. Obviously, Lou Johnson hasn't played too much. Yeah, pretty interesting looking squad. Let's look at the expired contracts now and see who we'll re-sign back to the team. We'll start at the top. Josh Finney. Just instantly looking at his first class average of 20.9. 650s, high score of 98. He's been around the Tiger team a long time, actually. He bowls a little bit of spin, I believe, as well. Not really a wicket taker by the looks of that, though. One-day cricket, 550s at the average of 25.57, high score of 73. It's okay numbers. You'd have to improve on that if we were to re-sign him. 150 at the 20 over level, high score of 71, average of 17.94. I'm going to move on Josh Finney. I'm going to hopefully get a couple of youth batsmen and just potentially get them averaging 35-40, and instantly we've got a better batsman and make Otago a bit strong on the batting order. Cam Hawkins, obviously we're in the market for another opener. Cam Hawkins has had a reasonable amount of time to establish himself in the first class system. 550 is an average of 25.18, high score of 90. Simply isn't up to the standard that I want. I want guys averaging 35-40 on New Zealand wickets at least. Dean Foxcroft. Now, Dean Foxcroft surely will be re-signed just based on his one-day and 20 over stats. 350s, 200s, an average of 51.15, high score of 138. Very good. 20 overs. Cricket, high score of 82, 550s, and an average of 41.46. And he can bowl a little bit as well. Probably use him as a part-time option so I can develop his bowling a little bit more by the looks. May use him a lot more in first class bowling, so we may use him as the lone spinner if we can't pick up anything there. But he is definitely going to be re-signed to a 3-year deal. He's only 23 years of age, and he's got a lot of developing to do. Next up is Michael Rippon. Michael Rippon has played international cricket for the Netherlands. Obviously, I think he's trying to gain residency to play for the Black Caps. I think his 1-day and 20-over skills would be in consideration for that level in real life at some capacity. Yeah, reasonable first-class average as well. Like, he is 30. Do we sign him up again, I think? First season we possibly do. Or do I take a risk and try to sign another all-rounder that's a wee bit younger? That's the thing. How long will he be good enough? We don't want to have him in decline either. It's a tough decision, this one. To see his career for Otago, just really to determine. He's done reasonably good in the first class. 1-dayers, 750s average at 37.93, 49 wickets at 35. He's been a bit average at the 1-day level. Michael Rippon. Had to think about him for a second. Matt Bacon. Yeah, reasonable first class career. 53 wickets at 31.38. Best of 6 for 73, and he obviously got 10 wickets in that match as well. Probably move on Matt Bacon. Jacob Duffy. Jacob Duffy will sign for a 3-year deal because he's recently played for New Zealand. He's played a 20-over international. 4 wickets at 8.25. And his career is pretty respectful for Otago as well. He's played a lot of cricket. Obviously, those are his stats for Otago on their own. But yeah, we've got Foxcroft and Duffy signed so far. It's just whether or not I sign a Rippon. Let's see what we've got in the youth setup. So Bradshaw, someone I'll definitely look at. He looks like he may have the goods. But let's see his recent form. It's usually an indicator whether they are good enough or not. He's very out of form, to say the least. Fortunately, won't pick him up. And Stuart Ellis is the other person we'll look at. He's had an 82 and a 94. A few fails in between. It's got on the 20 over 1-day stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to move both of them on. Bradshaw could be okay. But just with his recent form, it's just maybe a bit of a concern signing a player up that will have very low confidence. So yeah, we will actually just sign Foxcroft and Duffy. I'm going to move on Michael Rippon. We're going to try and find a younger all-rounder. I've just made that decision then. It's a big risk in the first season. Maybe pick up an overseas player if they fit an opening batter or possibly another bowler. It just depends what turns up. So we will take a cut here, guys, and you'll be back with what we've offered some players. Okay, just managed to only do one signing in this round of contracting players. Pretty much I've scoured through everyone here. I'll just see if a few players are available after the next couple rounds. We may pick up a few signings here and there. But I've gone for an overseas player. I've picked up Rahman from Pakistan, Rahman Rays. But yeah, his career is pretty much, he's 29 years of age. He'd bring a lot of experience to the team, and he's played some international cricket for Pakistan as well. And he's good across all formats, and he'll add much needed experience to that bowling attack, which I think is a wee bit of a weakness in the Otago team. So hopefully we're going to pick him up. We are going to pick him up, which is really good. Some of the players that I wanted to potentially look at for the next round, but was kind of on the fence on, was Cougar Line. Nothing much else really to note. Yeah, not too many players to get signed that round. So it'll be interesting to see what we sign this round. So hopefully some players in that will appear. Rightio, so I have tried to sign a couple more players. We'll just go over the players that I've gone to try and sign. We've got a few experienced players. The theme of this season was to bring in a couple more experienced players and just bolster our team up a little bit. So we have made 3 offers. We'll go over the ones for domestic. First, we've trying to sign Henry Cooper. Henry Cooper has a pretty respectful first class and 1-day career. 1250s, 500s, been around the scene a while. 750s, 100. Definitely would love to pick him up. And we've picked up a handy little signing here if we can get him. Tom Bruce. He's played a little bit for the Black Caps as well. Yeah, pretty good first class career, averaging near on 40, 22 50s, 400s, 13 50s, 100 in the one day game, and 12 50s at 26 and 20 over cricket. If we can pick him up, would be absolutely amazing. We do have a little bit more to offer to the team. Just make sure. Because, yeah, look at that, would be just short. So I'm going to lower that to 40. So we are going to invest a bit in our youth in the coming seasons. And the youth player that has amazingly appeared is Fred Sutherland. Now, Fred Sutherland, his form is incredible. 3 decent hundreds in first class cricket, an 81 there. A couple of 50s in the one day game as well. He was definitely someone I picked up. His averages were good too. 66.21 in the 3-day game, 54 in the one day, and 40 in the 20 over game. So hopefully we pick all these players up. He's being picked up, Bruce is being picked up, and Cooper's being picked up. So that's going to be our team for this season. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with who I signed. Got a good young youth player, which he'll be getting plenty of opportunity to develop. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that part of the episode. We will be playing a game, of course, in Game 1 of Cricket Captain 2021. So we'll be back with the first team for the first game of the season. So here we are, the Plunket Shield opener against Wellington. Wellington have been a very dominant team over the past few seasons in Plunket Shield history. But our team is Cooper, Rutherford, Foxcroft, Sutherland on a debut, Tom Bruce at 5, Kelly at 6, Renwick at 7, Muller, our overseas pro, at 9, Duffy at 10, and Ray at 11. So hopefully we do reasonably well here. They've got a very good team. Ravindra, very good up-and-coming all-rounder. Allen, they've got Bracewell, that's been around. Nathan Smith used to play for this team too, funny enough. So we will really miss him if we get off to a reasonable start here. So yeah, good experienced pickup that we got with Cooper at the top. So Rutherford's been trapped LBW and the first wicket for Wellington in this session. So Foxcroft been given an opportunity at 3, hopefully to prove his wares and hopefully build on his career in New Zealand. So Cooper gets that away for 4. Lovely shot. It's a beautiful shot from Foxcroft. Otago will want to prove the doubters wrong. Like, compared to the other teams in this competition, Otago is certainly a bit behind. And, yeah, hopefully we've recruited well enough. Like, I thought we recruited really well. We got the experience in that we needed. Just lost another wicket there. Newton, very experienced cricketer. Very good cricketer as well, actually. So, Sutherland on debut. See how he performs. And he launches into that beautiful hook for 4. 19 years of age, this lad. They have something about him. And Tiger really needed a young batter too, coming through the ranks. Just with Broome and Rutherford. And a few guys sort of in their late 20s, early 30s. Cooper's hung around. He's doing a good job, Cooper. He's hit Bennett away for 4. Of course, Hamish Bennett, another handy domestic cricketer. Didn't quite make it at the international level. He has played a little bit for the Black Caps. Brilliant shot from Cooper. He's looked quite good this morning in the first session. Playing miss from Sutherland. Good shots. Good back foot player, this guy. Like, obviously his strength is the back foot. Getting a lot of boundaries. Otago have recovered well after being a bit shaky at the start. Brilliant delivery from Sears. Yeah, Fred Sutherland, 34-40. His strength is the back foot offside. Obviously, Henry Cooper, been around a while. I can't see what his strengths are, but they'll be there. More of a defensive style batsman. Ravindra into the attack now, so they brought on some spin. How well does he play spin? He plays that beautifully. That's 4. 89 for 2. Oh, Sutherland is really taking the attack to the bowlers here. It's good from the youngster. Can he bring up a 50 on debut? Lunch interval day 1 with 96 for 2 after 32 overs. The other games around the ground, 93 for 2. Latham looking quite good there. 89 for 5. Central District's in a bit of trouble. Will Young, obviously just recently played in the Test series against England in real life. Is still at the wicket for them. And that is a pretty impressive 50 for Fred Sutherland on debut. Very happy with that. Youngster's taken his opportunity. Cooper has got that away. It's looked relatively solid at the other end. It's a good shot. Rocks off the back foot again. Brilliant shot from Sutherland. This is a brutal onslaught of batting here. 62 off 89. Scoring pretty good at acceptable strike rate. Cooper's just doing a good job at the other end. 126 for 2. And one thing I like, I didn't talk about it in the preview, is the Pakistani is a left-hander bowler, yeah. And unfortunately, Sutherland's 64 has come to an end. Bowled Smith. Very good innings, very promising from the youngster. Brings the experienced Tom Bruce into the crease. Going to need over 300 at least. Our bowling attack is a bit iffy. We need our top bowlers to stay relatively healthy throughout the season, to be honest. But see how it goes. Tom Bruce. A lot to prove. I believe he played for Central Districts. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm happy to pick him up. Picked up Cooper from Northern Districts. Yeah, Cooper's just got to play his role. He's just got to not up the pace or anything. He's just got to try and bat as long as he can. While people bat around him. So 159 for 3 after 56. We're looking reasonably okay here. Like, 4-day game, obviously. We'll probably tactically declare at some point. But we want to do enough of the bat where we're pretty safe at the moment. Brilliant shots. Tiger batsmen have played pretty well so far. So 175 for 3 after 64 overs. Cooper remains 56 not out and Bruce is 36. Games around the ground. 198 for 3 and 216 for 8. Will Young sort of carrying them there. Obviously Rip On, picked up by Central Districts. Oh, Tom Bruce gets away with that. Just want a respectful start in this competition. All the other teams will see us as easy beats, and we want to prove all of them wrong. 198 for 3. And that is the 200 possibly up. No, it's not. Tom Bruce has brought up 50. It's the third 50 of the Otago winnings. One of these guys has to kick on to the big ton, though. Tom Bruce has been trapped. LBW Newton gets a well-deserved breakthrough just before the new ball too. So all the hard graft Bruce done. He's just played a dumb shot, really. That's taken out middle. Across the line shot. Deserved to be out. So we've got Nick Kelly joining Henry Cooper at the wicket. The new ball has been taken. 203 for 4. It's been a pretty hard-fought day for both sides. You'd think if we can get through to the end of the day's play, we probably are slightly ahead of the game. Beautiful shots down the ground. 230 for 4. But yeah, the two new signings, Cooper, Bruce, and Sutherland for that matter, all three signings performing very well, adding quite a bit of value to the team. Oh, that's a beautiful drive from Kelly. The shots of the highlight package were seen, and he is absolutely slogged that. Another boundary. It's good shots. 250 for 4. Tiger will be happy with their first day's efforts. 251 for 4 after 96 overs. Just to break down the game a little bit. We're going to be a little bit more detailed in this career mode. So the partnerships, the key ones are the one between Cooper and Sutherland. Cooper and Bruce, and Cooper and Kelly. They're all 50-run partnerships. They have been built up quite nicely. So yeah, the scorecard, obviously at the end of day one, Newton pick of the bowlers 2 for 70. Other games, obviously Canterbury 302 for 5. Just have a quick scroll through there. Pretty much you can pause your screens and have a look to see how other New Zealand teams are performing there. World Cup obviously going on at the moment as well. We're not too worried about that. We're worried about our domestic form. But yeah, happy Cooper carried his bat the whole day. He's anchored the innings very well. Just want him to get re-established in and just keep playing the way he is. Just want to set up a declaration possibly at the end of day 2. That would be cool. But we've got a bit of a frail batting order after this. Kelly out for 37. Mitch Renwick at the crease now, with a very modest average of only 23. And he's gone now. So Wellington have done a job. They've looked at day 2 as the first session to target. And we find ourselves in a wee bit of strife now. The ball's doing a wee bit too. It's a very slow 100, but Henry Cooper has held the innings together. He's got the more important ton for Otago. First ton of the career mode for me in the New Zealand domestic scene. Muller, our innings is really just falling apart a wee bit here. The Pakistani, can he bat Rahman Rays? Not really. Hopefully he can hang around a little bit though. Well, at least we're going to score over 300 anyway. We've got a competitive score on the board. Yep. Like I said, I'm really happy. Cooper's just going to act as that anchor, I think. And people are just going to bat around him throughout the season. Hopefully that does pay off. And Hayes' short vigil comes to an end. 15 off 24 deliveries brings Jacob Duffy to the crease. Ravindra hasn't bowled too many overs yet. Might bowl a bit more later in the game. That's beautifully hit from Duffy. It's 4. Otago 315 for 8. Probably wanted 400 from the position we were in, so I'm a wee bit disappointed with that aspect. It's a beautiful shot from Cooper. Gets that away for 4. Oh, bit of a play and miss there. 329 for 8. Jacob Duffy's played a few good shots since he's strode to the wicket. 15 off 12. Likes to score runs fast. Though Smith, his former teammate, has clean bowled him for 15. And Smith picks up his 4th. Lunch interval, day 2. 339 for 9 now. We'll check these games at the end of the day's play. Beautiful shot from Cooper. Down the ground. Going to get his side hopefully near that 350 mark, which I'll be very happy with. Beautiful shot again from Cooper. He's got the team over that milestone. Can he wag with the tail a little bit? He's played a back foot shot to a full delivery. He's got away with that. Oh, that is very, very wayward bowling, and every run is gold for Otago at the moment. And Ray has been caught, and that means Cooper carries his bat for a welcome pole 134 of 408 deliveries. Only the 10 boundaries in that innings, but the key contributors in that innings as well. Sutherland on debut, 64 of 95. Bruce, 50 of 113. Kelly, 37 of 84. The bowling card is there, as mentioned. 5 for 112 for Smith. Pick of the bowlers, Newton 3 for 85. Yeah, decent partnerships throughout. Just a wee bit of a collapse from there to there. We lost our last 5 wickets for 99 runs. But relatively happy with that. Interesting signing there for Wellington. Rightio, we've just got to bowl relatively well here now. Like, got to bowl some good lines. We probably will start with that field for Jacob Duffy. Ray will be part of the opening attack. Bring the Pakistani in now. Just lower the aggression a wee bit. Ray will bowl another couple overs in his spell. Jacob Duffy back into the attack. Just lower it again. Ravindra and Jahangir from Pakistan have done pretty well to get the team off to a good start for Wellington. And our overseas pro has got the Wellington overseas pro out. We're pretty happy with that. Wellington looked like they were getting underway in that innings, so very good from Rahman Rays there. 60 for 1. Sticking to the plan of just bowling our main bowlers. Rays will just drop his aggressiveness down a bit, just tidy up his spell. Jacob Duffy's bowled enough for now. We'll bring Muller in the attack. It is overcast. We probably want to pitch the ball a bit up. So we are going to tell the bowlers to bowl a bit differently and around the wicket for Ravindra. Change the plan of attack. He's been a bit spent. Michael Ray will come back into the attack. Yet, with the conditions the way they are, like obviously see a bit cloudy. Afternoon session will be, well, the evening session will be the same. So it's going to be one of those sort of games. Just need another breakthrough from somewhere though. So we'll bring in Jacob Duffy again. Both Ravindra and Allen looking good. Allen's brought up 50 by the way. 8 boundaries in that innings. Push it back of a length. We'll try and bowl into his body a bit. We'll try a bit of a short pitched barrage, and we'll just put a few guys in awkward sort of positions. But have a Neil Wagner type field, just for a couple of wee options here. Definitely trying to be quite crafty with how we do things. They'll put a new field in. I have obviously made a few new fields. I've tried out a few different combinations and other saves. So we're just going to try something short pitched to Allen. Duffy has got the wicket at the other end though. He's got Ravindra. That was a good partnership for Wellington too. That's been broken. So it brings Johnson to the wicket. What's Johnson's strength? Front foot. So we are going to bowl short pitch into the body to both these batsmen. It's a ploy that we're going to incorporate. Like I said, we're going to have to be a bit different and quirky to get our wickets. I think Michael Ray will do the same. Just going to make Wellington have a different sort of strategy, I think. Get that in close and then get the field and that sorted. Yeah, so we'll put a few guys into that position there. It's a bit of an unusual field, to say the least. If you want to draw... We're not going to make you drive the ball. Right, just going to put the guy there. This is a bit of an unorthodox field, so like I said, I want to try some short pitch bowling. Try and bounce some of these guys out. Just try this for a few overs, see if that will get us the wicket. And it has. Around the wicket has paid off. Jacob Duffy gets the key wicket of Finn Allen. We've broken that partnership as well. He's gone for 60 off 77. Caught Bruce bowled Duffy. Denver must be on debut. Jason Denver. Pretty good stats, if you ask me. How will we go against some short pitch bowling for a little bit? And the short pitch bowling is working. We're getting the LBW. Like, we've obviously used the short pitch ball, and then we pitched it up and got the reward. So we've got Denver out for 6. Duffy's got another one. He's got 3 in the game now. Right, try tuck that in a wee bit. Bouncer field has been successful so far. Michael Ray doing his job at his end. We'll bring in the Pakistani, and he will be definitely bowling some short pitched bowling. A wee bit expensive today. 204 for 4 Wellington. They are scoring very freely, to tell you the truth. So we're going to get his length, just sort of back of a length, go around the wicket to him and just bowl a natural line there to the right hander as well. So we'll pitch it just on the offside now, and we'll just get a defensive sort of orientated field out now. Tactic has been successful for Duffy. It's the main thing. So Duffy will bowl an extended spell, and the change of length has immediately rewarded the international bowler. He's got Michael Bracewell out for 17. We've got them 205 for 5 now. Just good. Jacob Duffy, he will bowl out for the rest of the session. He is pretty much toiled away with the short pitch stuff. We've got them 219 for 5 and quite an interesting game starting to play out actually. Duffy is fresh for day 3, session 1. Wellington are scoring quite freely though. We'll bring Muller in. Muller hasn't bowled too many overs. Get a basic field out and just give Duffy that rest. Fantastic spell. Lower the hound. I should have did that first. Going for that field anyway, and that field. 2 for 103 for the experienced seamer. That's a wee bit average to tell you the truth in terms of his bowling. Okay, we'll just play a different style of field. How has Nathan Smith been scoring? So he's been scoring a lot in that area there. So we are going to try and cut that area off and make him hit somewhere else. Bit of a leg side trap here. It's going to put guys in this area. It's a bit of, like I said, a bit of an unorthodox field. Take the slip out. The leg side plan. That allows me to back there. Cool, thank you. Johnson's obviously been in a while. He's hit boundaries all around the ground. Obviously, I'll put a guy on the fence there, I think, now. And just... guy there. I think... yeah, we've got that option covered. We'll go defensive. Just making a whole heap of fields for many different options and game plans. Johnson's brought up a magnificent 110 off 134 deliveries, 12 fours, 1 6. Smith is 58 of 61, 5 fours, 1 6. As Wellington are absolutely taking it to our bowling attack now. As our bowlers have been super expensive. They look like one-day international figures. So Duffy back into the attack. He will be just out and out defensive now, and we'll just get men on the fence. Because we try to stem the flow of runs somehow. So the new ball has been taken. We only lead by 5 runs. Bowling was a weak point of the season. Rain has stopped play. 15 minutes have been lost. A lot of time been lost as Wellington are trying to pick up the scoring rate. Bring in the part-time spin of Foxcroft. Foxcroft will have a few men covering boundary shots. Some basic things. We don't need that slip there. Yep, so I'll save that as whatever. Just as long as we've got fields to bowl to. Guys played in that area quite a bit. Mid wicket, so we'll put a guy back there. Bring the field up to there. Trying different variations of fields. Like if he's hidden into that gap there, he's obviously been quite lucky in that area. But I will play a guy there just for this particular thing here. And Foxcroft has come on and got the wicket of Johnson, but Johnson's played a knock that has put Wellington in command in this Plunket Shield fixture. 149 off 199 deliveries, 16 fours, 1 6. Brings Callum McLaughlin to the crease. He's on debut. Foxcroft's been super expensive as well. Muller back into the attack. Haven't really used Muller enough in this innings, and Nathan Smith has brought up 100, second 100 of his career. Jacob Duffy's pretty much run off his feet. The Pakistani bowler's back. We're going to do some short pitch stuff again, just mix it up. Muller will get the wicket of McLaughlin. And Muller's picked up another wicket. He's picked up the wicket of Smith. And we've just stifled the momentum a little bit. Rain has stopped play again. 10 of all day 3. Must be due for a declaration from Wellington. And they have declared 472 for out of 103 overs. Hundreds to Johnson and Smith. 50 to Allen. Yeah, the bowling toiled away there. Obviously, the partnerships were good for Wellington. 82. The big one there, 203 from Johnson and Smith changed the game. Then a 54 from Smith and McLaughlin. But yeah, Duffy 3 for 145, toured away. Bolden really good in that patch where we did a bit of short pitch bowling. The Pakistani was okay, he was a wee bit expensive. He will hopefully get a bit better as the season wears on. 2 for 75 from Muller. Probably could have bowled him a little bit more in Foxcroft with 1 for 31. So yeah, just looking to get this innings underway. We trail by 102. Just got to make sure we get a bit of a lead, and if we do collapse, we have batted enough time out of the game. Can't go into our shells. We've always got to keep scoring runs. That's the key. Rutherford obviously didn't get a score in the first innings. Want to do something about that. Henry Cooper want to continue on where he left off. He was left unbeaten last time. We'll just let him continue about what he's doing. Lovely shot from Hamish Rutherford. Goes away for the fence for 4. It's a beautiful shot from Rutherford. Going to help some of these young players out as well. Good shot again. Like, he's going to be influential to like the Foxcrofts, the Sutherlands in the squad. Like, definitely want them to be built up. Rutherford has played and missed. It's good shots. It's 4 runs. Good shot from Cooper as well. It's a good piece of fielding and a direct hit as well. Even better fielding. 45 without loss. Otago have looked pretty assured at the crease so far, as we have reached 50 without loss. Kind of flicked cut for 4 there from Cooper. Kind of the bounce got to him a wee bit there. He's played and missed at that one from Sears though. End of the day's play. 56 without loss. Rutherford on 36. Cooper on 18. Gains around the ground. Canterbury 425. Northern District 245 all out. And then now they've 152 for 5. Auckland and Central Districts. Looks like it's an Auckland win there. Been watching this guy on the Three Bridges channel. He's a good player, William O'Donnell, actually. Very talented. Wickets for Tickner, Rance there, Somerville. Yeah, Auckland collapsing in that first innings has really come back to bite them there. But overcast so far. Key first error for both sides as Rutherford has been dismissed early. I think that is just got the little heel pit there and it's struck in line. That is incredible umpiring. Normal umpires would have given that not out. Foxcroft hidden. Didn't get a score last innings. Want to improve his first class average. His first class average is a bit in the low 20s. Very good one day and T20 player. It's just raced away for 4 league buys. Pitched up from Smith. Over pitch, that's 4. Any batsman would punish that at any level. Cooper just, yeah, lovely shot for 4. Just getting the odd boundary here and there in his innings. .90 for 1 after 34. And Cooper has finally been dismissed in this game. He will depart for 35 of 117 deliveries, 3 fours in that innings. Brings Fred Sutherland, who was quite impressive in the first innings. What can he do with the bat? Left-hander. Got a bit of an aggressive intent about him, which is good. Just let him play his natural game. We're not going to tinker with it. Bit of an expansive shot from Fred there. So got a boundary. Ravindra to Foxcroft. So Otago got a wee bit of a lead now, and the game is running out of overs for Wellington to get Otago out first and foremost and chase whatever Otago set them. So Denver, of course, is on debut. He's been brought on for a wee bit of leg spin. Good shot from Sutherland. Likes that back foot punch and the hooks and cuts. Very assured so far. Brilliant shot. 3 boundaries in a row. All different sort of shots too. He's really going after Denver. That's a beautiful shot. Again, just working it nicely past the fielder. He's 31 off 28. He's really lift the scoring rate a bit for Otago, just taking the game away. Foxcroft, he'll be annoyed with that. That's a terrible shot, and Sears has got the breakthrough. That is plum. Out for 25, brings Tom Bruce to the crease. 143 for free after 50 overs. Otago lead by 41. Central Districts have won their game there by 182 runs. I think Wellington are one of the stronger sides in the competition too, so we've put in a relatively decent performance against them. Tom Bruce, no one down there, and that's an easy boundary. Obviously our batting really will have to step up in the Plunket Shield. We are a bit frail in the bowling department at the moment. It's good shots. Bruce gets that away for 4. That's flicked off the pads, and that is a great shot for 4. Yeah, I'm happy with the batting unit in this game. Like, they've really done a good enough job. Like, Cooper was really good in that first innings, getting that big 100. Like, Sutherland was good. Bruce was reasonably good, along with a few lower order handy runs. Sutherland's just about back-to-back 50s on debut. And that has not eventuated, as Sears has trapped him. For LBW, yeah, it's got him just inside the line. Out for 49 of 58, but promising start to his career. Very much looking forward to how his career develops at the Otago Bolts. Otago 204 for 4 now. As Kelly joins Bruce at the wicket. Bruce picks up a 50. So yeah, all the new signings doing a lot of the good work here. Good shots. Full toss. Punished. And yeah, it looks like it's a game where Wellington won't be able to get us out in time. We'll just try and bat out the overs and try and get some milestones. Bruce is out for 57 though, off 82 delivery. 7 4s in that innings. So a lot of handy little partnerships in this inning so far, as Renwick gets his account underway, I believe. Yeah, just solid enough partnerships throughout there, which has been the difference there. There's a summary of the game there as well. Put it on ball tracker, run rate. I like it on the ball tracker. I always keep it here. It's hard to keep up with all the little gadgets that Cricket Captain have incorporated into the games. Wee bit of spin there for Ravindra. It's good shots. It's 4. Wellington have taken the new ball. 257 for 5 Otago. Lead with 155 with 1 session remaining in the game. Very long session though. 2 hours 30. A lot can happen in that time. These two will be just looking to bat sensibly and bat as long as they can. Although Nathan Smith, he's had a cracking game. Traps Kelly, LBW. The batting order is into the tail now. And Renwick gets a lucky edge away for 4. He's in a very interesting position, Renwick. He's got to prove a lot of us wrong. We're a bit weak in the keeper department. But if he can step up, he may keep the gloves for a wee while. Gets that away for 4. A few lucky shots here from the Otago batsman as we approach the 300. Muller's gone for 18. Rahman Rays. It's been dropped. They finally decide to take a run. Renrick's been bowled. Sears has had a magnificent second innings. He's picked up a few wickets. That's his fourth. 298 for 8. Duffy's skied one. That could be another wicket for Sears. It is. Duffy gone for naught. Just got a big enough lead, though, I think, to be safe. Will the Wellington team go after this score? Don't think they'll have enough time. Michael Ray has been given out LBW. That, to me, is pitching outside the line. It doesn't matter. Like, enough contributions from the Otago batsmen there have given us enough to probably defend with in this game. So we'll definitely just bowl a normal sort of plan. Let's hopefully take a few wickets in the process. Ray has got the overseas pro, Jahangir, out for 13. Raise heel bowl with a wee bit of aggressive intent. Just looking for those wickets. Muller has picked up the wicket of Allen. For 9. So 46 for 2 after 23 overs. Wellington had to bat out a wee bit of time. It was a pretty good game. I really enjoyed the opening game of the Otago career mode. Hopefully it'll be a real successful career mode for us. But yeah, Nathan Smith deserved man of the match. Obviously he got a few wickets. They're 5 for 114. Cooper was really good for us, and I thought Sutherland was quite good for us as well. Bowling does need a wee bit of work, but hopefully we can develop as the season goes on. Obviously we finished 3rd last season, but just based on our things here, we are going to be struggling a wee bit. But yeah, look at that. We've had a lot of last place finishes, and we haven't won a trophy in a very long time. Our next game, guys, we'll have a wee look, fixture list. So we've got a few games coming up against Auckland Northern Districts. We'll play them offline. We'll play a couple of one-day internationals in the next episode against Northern Districts and Wellington yet again. So join us for that, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the first episode. Smash the like button. It is a new series. And we'll see you again next time.